Justin, I was asking Coach a while ago, 3 games in with the tempo, the pace you guys are playing, how you kind of holding up as one of the big men. I know you kind of talked about adjusting to it when you last spoke with you. How do you think you handled that, so far?
I feel like I handled it pretty well, especially all the work we put in over the summer, being able to adjust and be able to play with this play style. So I feel like all the work I've been putting in over the summer is really paying off. So I feel like it's been going pretty good.
What's it like to look up and see? I think you guys are averaging like 106 points per game. Just how productive you guys have been in offense early on.
It's crazy to see it paying off because we do it in practice so much, but we don't play full games to see us score 120 or 110. But it's really impressive to see us putting that many points.
I know it's only one game, but what have you learned about the Georgia Tech rivalry?
I learned it's a big deal. Even in our practice facility, we still have we run the state, so it's a pretty big deal. I just try to stay undefeated in my college career against Tech. So.
Where is that in the practice facility?
We have a TV, so if you walk in, it's gonna be on your right hand side. So, and it's even in the locker rooms, the lounge, all that stuff. So, it's very personal here.
Something that they just flashed for this several days, or what were you talking about?
Yeah, they put on the TV for several days. Even last year, that was my first experience of the Tech versus Georgia rivalry.
Yeah.
So it's been on the TV for a little while now.
What do you remember about last year's game?
Just how physical the game was and how intense it was, especially. I'll say that.
What do you know about this Tech team getting ready for Friday?
I know they really have 2 very good front court guys. That's what we've been trying to focus on. So especially me being the front court guy, me and Santa, we've been trying to key in on those details. I feel like we take those guys away, it's gonna be difficult for them to keep it with us.
How big of a test do you feel like this is for you guys? You guys have played 3 mid-majors at this point, but to have an ACC team come in here, just to what that's going to be like in terms of competition.
I feel like it's a huge test. No ACC opponent is to be taken lightly. So I feel like it's going to be a good competitive game. So we're just ready for it.
What's the excitement level to have it here in Stegman and to have that fan base backing you guys up?
Pretty excited because even just being at the arena and seeing how packed out it was for that game, so I could just imagine what our fans going to be like when they come here.
When Coach White was sitting in here, he talked about Justin Bailey and the amount of leadership he's provided even as a new guy. What sort of stood out to you in that aspect? A guy that's still kind of new around here, but what he's been able to provide as far as leadership.
Shoot, he leads by example too. Y'all see him out there on the court, he plays so dang hard. There's even times in the huddle where Coach White's like, you've been playing so hard, I'm gonna drop a play for you. So it just speaks to volume. He speaks leadership and he shows leadership. So.
Mike was saying he thought the shot selection as a team was much improved. What do you think led to that?
Just everyone being fully committed on buying in, really, because they seen what we did in the first few games, and then once we got better shot selection, they see what we can really do.
Do you feel like there's anything you've learned about this team? You talked about the practice and trying to get it to translate to a game, but 3 games in, is there anything you feel like you've been kind of surprised by with what you guys have been able to do so far?
I feel like our defense is really good, especially picking up. It's not easy to pick up full court the whole game and press, but I feel like that's something that's really impressed me so far during the season.
Is it always easy for players to buy into to defense? I mean, that's something the coach obviously is really stressing as he's been here. Not all guys do, but you guys have done that. Why has that been the case?
We came here for one goal. We all seen what we did last year, and I feel like the coaching staff did a good job, talking to guys in the portal, asking around, hey, what type of person is this kid? Is this kid someone that's going to buy into our program? So I feel like the coaching staff did a great job doing that in the portal and, being consistent with that message once they got here on campus.
Yeah. But overall, that's not being as as big a team maybe as it was last year. Defending the rim. Again, coach talked about that's kind of some of these points here right now to really kind of find a way to improve. How do y'all go about that now with a smaller team?
Force everything to Santo Surreal, and he's gonna clean it up. So that's the game plan, honestly.
Let Santo handle it.
Yeah, just putting a lot of faith in this front court guys. Santo and me, but mainly Santo. Y'all seen what he's done the past couple games. So.
With that defensive mindset, you look at the success you had at App State. Have you always kind of embraced that, or is that something that just along the way you kind of learned to appreciate and really buy into on defense?
It's something I embraced in high school because having a great high school coach, Casey Waller, he taught me defense is something that's always going to keep you on the court because, everyone wants to score the ball, everyone wants the ball in their hands, but I just try to be different, and I feel like defense is where I can make my mark on the game.
What stands out about their front court player, Muhammad, I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Sela. I think it's Sela. But, you know, just how they play well together. They kind of have like an old school game, like big, like high-low, you know, hitting it big on the roll a lot. So I just really say that, and just them being able to put on the ground, you know, fake handoffs, get to the rim, and just, you know, just stuff like that.
Any other questions? All right.